What is up, HGJ family? It's your boy HGJ Halloween, and today I am back with another great video, a very exciting one at that. Before I get into it, I do just want to say that there will be links down in the description to all of my music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, whatever the heck you listen to. It is on there if you search Tyler Hunt or use the links down in the description. I just came out with a new song called All I Ever Wanted about a month ago. You just heard a clip of that in the intro, so if you were kind of interested, please be sure to check it out. I really do appreciate all the support. You won't want to miss the Halloween song that I have coming soon, so be sure to follow my Tyler Hunt Music Instagram down in the description. Also, don't forget to check out the all-new HGJ Halloween Patreon if you're interested, because over there, we'll be having an exclusive community of HGJ fans. You'll get early video announcements. You'll be able to message me directly no matter what tier you purchase, which has a guaranteed response. Also, we'll be doing lots of exclusive videos over there, exclusive prop reviews that you won't be seeing on the channel, Party City videos, as well as tours of all sorts of other Halloween stores that you aren't going to get on YouTube. So please be sure to check out the Patreon and see if you're interested. So without further ado, let's jump into talking about the Spirit Halloween 2021 factory theme. This has been a long-awaited video, and I guess I pretty much do have to give a big disclaimer at the beginning of this, because I know this is going to ruffle some feathers in the Halloween community, because I'm posting these images to my YouTube channel that are technically leaks. Now, first of all, I do have to give a shout out to Stucky plus Bud. You see his YouTube channel is written on each of these images, so you can't really miss it. So Stucky Bud, big credit to him for all of these images. Don't know where he got them, but these are technically leaked, quote unquote. And I know that some people are going to be opposed to the fact that I'm uploading them to YouTube, but here's the thing, guys. I don't advise you to take pictures of the workbook, the theme book at Spirit Halloween if you work there. I mean, because you're in a contract with them and you signed that you wouldn't do stuff like that, so don't put your career life at risk. But as far as it goes for me, I didn't sign a contract with them. The only contract I have is with my viewers, you guys, to give you guys the best content, and quite frankly, I really just don't care. I don't know why everyone acts like this is like FBI leaked information. It really is not that big a deal. You're going to start seeing this in literally 15 days. So anyways, I do apologize for those of you that are offended by this video, but let's get on to it. So this is the factory theme. This is actually half of the factory theme because both the front and the back are a factory. So a very interesting choice this season, but one that I think they executed pretty well. So this is the front theme here, and you see it's a little bit reminiscent of the 2017 Spirit Hollows Bridge because it has that walk under element. I really like the way that they did it. It looks like a bit of a factory building with those kind of semicircular shaped roof there with the glass windows. I really do kind of like it, and I also can see that there is some chains hanging down inside the walk-through factory portion, which I think is really nice. Don't know if there'll be any sort of props in there. Maybe a couple things hanging down would be pretty dope, but it definitely looks like it's going to be a really fun little walk-through element that you can look out into the prop displays. On either side, there's two platforms where all of the props are located. The side we're looking at here, I believe, is probably the back side. It has a little bit less going on. This image may not have been completely finished, although it might have came directly from the model workbook. So if that's the case, I don't really know why it looks so bare on the back. We do have a skeleton with a construction hat on, and of course we see Nightcrawler there. Not anything new to look at. A couple elements in particular that I'm already loving about this display is not only the shape of it and the walk-through element, but also you can see there's that sign there that says days until Halloween with a digital countdown. I think that's a super awesome concept. They've never implemented something like that, a counter till Halloween, in the Spirit Halloween store. And I think that's just a really fun, awesome little thing to add. And it also kind of goes perfectly with the theme, just as far as the way that it looks. It looks like a digital clock almost within the factory workplace. I also love the way that they have broken bricks on the ground. They really tried to do something new with the detailing so that because they couldn't really do the grass and the dirt and the trees that they usually do. So I like some of the elements that they have, the caution tape looking stuff, the broken glass. It definitely is a really cool looking design. Now, flipping over to the other side of the front theme is really where we start to see all of those props that I talked about in yesterday's video. Well, some of them I didn't talk about yet because I said I was going to do individual videos on them, so stay tuned for that. But here we see Buzzsaw to the very right, Punctured Pete kind of shoved right in there next to him. I don't really know why they made it so crammed there, but nonetheless, Punctured Pete is back. We also have in the center that clown that I was talking about that hangs on this pole swing upside down. So that was the one that I was talking about yesterday that has the knife in its mouth. We also see Henry Hustle to the left here. And then in the back left corner, you could kind of see it in the previous picture as well, we have Beetlejuice sitting there in the front. So this side is a little bit different looking. It's got some like green windows. I love the little caution signs and the whole contraption we have that's going to be holding up the swinging clown girl. So lots of cool props to look at here. Some might say that the props don't really match the theme, but personally I feel that as long as they have a theme that is kind of generically Halloween feeling, it doesn't clash as much as it does when you say have an island or a boat, then it doesn't make sense when you don't have fish related props. But honestly, it doesn't really bother me when you have the clowns and whatever else in a factory because it just has a really fun, cool Halloween spooky vibe. So I definitely am liking the front theme, but let's move on to the back. Now, I think the back theme is really going to be the center of attention for this year because, as you can see, it is a pretty sick-looking, complex layout. Not necessarily complex, but it's definitely a fun, cool-looking layout. We have the Halloween factory sign, which, like I guessed it, has that exact same font, which is why I assumed that they would actually be doing a factory. So this is kind of going back to where Spirit used to make the back theme feel like you're entering into a building instead of just having a compartment wall placement. And that is really one of the elements I'm super glad they're bringing back because it always makes it feel more immersive and more brought to life. So this one has two different sides that you can see have kind of a entrance point. I don't necessarily think that props are standing there. I think it just kind of adds to the feel of it being a walk-through factory, and I'm sure there's some cool stuff we might be able to see on the walls in there. Also, towards the back is where we have 4 different compartments, very similar to what we've seen in a lot of Spirit Halloween themes, the hotel, the subway station Z, and even in the most recent years, they still tend to have compartment themes in the back. But this one certainly is going to be really cool. I'm excited to see what exactly it looks like within those compartments, what the design features are going to actually be to bring that factory concept to life. But you can see that we have the caregiver, I think is what it's called. Please pardon me if that's wrong. The keeper or something on the left here, the caretaker. I think it's the caretaker. That's the one that is the graveyard guy with the shovel. He's sitting there in the left. Doesn't really make sense for him to be inside a building, but you know what? Whatever. We'll let it slide. Then we have Harvester of Souls. Definitely a great prop to see returning. Well-deserved return in the front right, or middle right compartment here. Certainly, well, he is going to look very cool in there. We can also very clearly see that Wacky Mole Clown is in the far right compartment, so he is certainly going to be an awesome addition to the back theme. And then in the very left, I can't actually make out what exactly is in there, but based off of process elimination, it maybe might be the demon goat. It could also be the one that rises up really tall. Either way, those will both certainly be a very gruesome addition to the back theme. And of course, I'm not 100% sure what it will be, but I definitely like the way that this theme is looking. I think that they're finally kind of stepping up their game. Ever since 2019, I felt like the themes have been going downhill. And once again, I feel like this factory is really coming back to its creepy, Halloween-y roots that they were kind of lacking in these previous years. Now in these next images, you can see the side angles of both the left and the right side of this factory theme. So it's pretty expansive, as you can tell. On the right side, we have our two possessed girl kind of props, our 2 creepy girls. We have the bride who's holding her dead husband's head, decapitated head, and then we have the little girl who has a demon lurking behind her. So we have our 2 possessed little girl props here. I kind of wish that maybe at least the bride was inside the factory instead of thrown on this kind of random parked outside, but you know what? It is what it is. We'll take it. And then on the left side, I believe we have in the back corner the rising ghoul prop that's going to rise up really, really tall. So he will certainly be an awesome thing to spot in the left corner of the back theme. With COVID dying back down, I'm certainly excited that the themes are going to once again be more interactive and give you more of an experience. A couple things to note about this back factory theme are that we see some pictures on the wall, particularly on the left side. I see that there are the blueprints that may have been the exact blueprints that we saw in the website way earlier in this year. I just wanted to also mention that I see the addition of the little skeletons on the top with the construction worker hats, and I definitely think those are a cute little added touch to the back theme. I hope stores will actually set those up in place because I think they're super nice extra detail. And overall, I really do like the detail of the walls, with it looking like the paint is chipping away, exposing the brick. There's just lots of decaying going on. It looks very much like a very old factory theme. So I really am excited about these themes, more so than I have been in a long time, guys. And I am super duper excited to be going to the flagship store to get videos of the themes in their full glory for you guys on the YouTube channel very, very soon. So stay tuned. Now, I can't forget that I made a promise to you guys in yesterday's video that I would be explaining what I think this image of Pumpkin Nester actually means, and if I think Pumpkin Nester is actually going to be returning. You guys might be wondering where that video is. Well, it turns out that this is that video, because I am pretty sure I have spotted that exact same Pumpkin Nester poster on the right side of this back factory theme. You can tell very clearly here that that is certainly the same image right there on the right side, right behind the bride and the little girl demon prop. So I am pretty much concluding from this that Pumpkin Nester was simply just an image that they took from this theme, or just from that poster being on a wall somewhere. It kind of looks like that was the case. And it really is just a poster of Pumpkin Nester. We don't see Pumpkin Nester in any of these themes, and I'm sure if they brought Pumpkin Nester back, they would be putting him in a theme on display. Could this be indicating that he's coming back in the near future? Potentially, and I'm definitely excited to see more of what those posters actually are, like the one that's right behind the bride. We can't necessarily make out, and those might be actually hinting at something later down the line. But anyways, guys, that is what I think about the Pumpkin Nester fiasco. So anyways, guys, that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. I'm really, really happy that Spirit Halloween is finally stepping up their game again with their themes. They've been really bad for the past couple of years, so I haven't really been as much excited to see stuff in stores, but finally this Halloween factory is once again giving me the Halloween vibe that I always like in Spirit Halloween, and I think that this is going to be a much more exciting year to go see the flagship store. These themes aren't my favorites of all time necessarily. Of course, I still have to see them in person to have my final thoughts collected, but they're certainly stepping up the game from what they have done in the previous couple of years, and they're back to being the standard that I expect from a Spirit Halloween theme. And I think they're just much more enjoyable and make the props, look better in a more spooky Halloween theme instead of whatever that island was, So I'm definitely excited for these themes, more so than I have been for the themes in a long time. And also, the lineup this year is very good. So not only have they come in hot with a great lineup this year, but they've also given us some pretty awesome themes. So I'm really excited, and I hope that you guys are too. Stay tuned on the channel so that you'll see me go to that flagship store where you can actually see these in person with me in the video. And don't forget to check out my music, link down in the description, as well as the Patreon if you want to get some exclusive content. I'll actually be posting some extended clips from the flagship store, some behind the scenes as well, and announcing videos early over there on Patreon. So Patreon will be linked down in the description as well as the top of the comment section. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next one.